Mr. Edit Man presents. What item is very useful in a zombie apocalypse, but most people don't think about using it? Motorcycle gear, motorcycle pants, jackets, and gloves are designed to prevent road rash injuries and are really tough. Wearing them, especially if you also use the helmet, makes you immune to bites. Tie a rope with any object like a simple padlock. Now you have a meteor hammer, or just swing it like a basic flail. A tank, preferably a British one, as they have integrated kettles. A book on local edible plants and mushrooms. I live on the 11th floor. I think I would just take off the staircase railings and pour some sunflower oil over the stairs. Also, a bit irrelevant, but I think a lot of zombies would be walking with their trousers on their ankles. Surely a zombie isn't not smart enough to pull their pants up, given the statistics that a lot of people die while on the ceramic throne. Yup. Can you imagine a zombie with its tangly bits and pants around their ankles trying to chase you? Or worse, someone who died in childbirth and now you have a mother and daughter zombie chasing you around. A good water filtration device like a Life Straw or Sawyer Mini. One of them can often filter thousands of gallons of water without a hiccup. You can only go a few short days without clean drinking water, so it's pretty likely that you'll die of dehydration before a zombie actually kills you. Just because there are zombies does not mean cholera disappears. Most natural disasters kill relatively few people. It's the cholera outbreak that really pumps up the death toll, and it depends on how the zombie virus is spread. If it can be waterborne, then this is even more important. A small toolkit, few screwdrivers and a hand drill, and you can quietly pull apart or mend most things. Also olive oil for both cooking and for leaving a nice slippery patch for any of the undead to fall about on. Ah yes, how to avoid zombies with Gordon Ramsay. First, a touch of olive oil, just a touch. Boats. I know some of them have people on big yachts in the ocean, but really a small boat on a lake would be safe from zombies. Even a canoe you could anchor in the middle of a lake and sleep in. Something a wee bit larger maybe, like single bed, tiny bit of storage space. That'd be enough. A friend of a friend of a friend used to have one of these, and with enough food and water, I reckon you could easily live on that thing for a few weeks. A crowbar. Works as a tool in its own right for opening doors and for levering things open, and is also an effective melee weapon. A little rope and duct tape go a long way if you are creative enough to use them well. A bicycle and a slingshot. The bike allows you to cover more ground on foot and more quietly than anything with an engine. They do not need fuel beyond calories and maintenance is simple. With a little practice, the slingshot can take out small game. Squirrels, birds, maybe rabbits if you're good enough. It makes very little noise, and you can pick up ammunition, small stones, ball bearings, nuts/bolts, etc. from basically anywhere. Unfortunately, I do not know how to use either. I guess I've found my lockdown level up skills. As an adult, if you have any kind of balance in your body, you can learn to ride a bike in minutes. Armor as in small metal plates or strong leather, like a thin layer of aluminum or strong leather would do the trick against bites. Added to normal clothing kinda like steel toe shoes. You never really see someone actually try to build/use any kind of armor against zombies in movies/games. Even a metal armor on the lower part of your arm would make it possible that you can block bites with your metal arm. In Walking Dead Season 3, the governor's assistant wrapped duct tape around his arms to armor against zombie bites. It was effective too. Made me wonder why the rest of the governor's men were not doing it. Don't forget the drugs. Adderall to stay awake for days without feeling hungry. Xanax to sleep when and where you want. And antibiotics. Using a human-sized hamster ball. Think about it. You'll be safe from getting bitten as you roll around in your personal protective bubble. That is the most genius thing ever. Maybe add little spikes. Little enough so they won't get stuck in something, but big enough to do some damage when rolling over a zombie. Rip when you roll down a mountain by accident. IMO. Should use lube instead of spikes, so zombies would not snag on. Feet just slide off. Shovels. Can be used as digging traps, for gardening, as a weapon, and burying bodies. Can confirm. In the army we used to have these little shovels that were sharp as duck and had a normal edge on one side and a saw-like edge on the other. It could also easily be used as a weapon since it was pretty damn pointy. Really cool thing and very useful. A book on basic survival techniques. Sort of like a Boy Scouts book or something. Cloth. You can patch yourself up if you do not have bandages. Make Molotov cocktails. Clean yourself with it and other stuff. Just jump in on the trend and get infected. Worst case scenario, you get gunned down. Best case scenario, they find the cure and you don't remember about the horrors that took place around you. No. Worst case scenario, they find the cure and you do remember the horrors and eating grandma alive. Lol. A good pair of running shoes goes a long way. Or good hiking boots. Comfy to walk in and it protects your ankles. I have had the same pair for like 3 years and they're still great. Cat or dog food. It's completely safe to eat and usually this will not even be on any own zombie apocalypse shopping spree list. So while everyone is killing each other over pizza rolls, sub sandwiches, and brains, here you are with your delicious premium chicken flavored cat food. Yes, and UGG supermarkets. I know the exact farm store I would be holding up in. They have tools, lots of canned and dehydrated food, live food, if you count the fish and resident guinea pigs, lawn and pet furniture, blankets, gardening stuff, clothes, large cages, fenced courtyard, very few entrances. Everything you could need. Yeah, but it's somebody else's and now you gotta fight them for it. Wire cutters. Because lots of media operate under the belief that a chain link fence is a non-trivial barrier. I mean, you can just climb over it. I did it plenty of times in my crazier years. It's faster than cutting the wire and it leaves the fence secure. Now, if there's razor wire on top, wire cutters would definitely be useful. Throw a carpet or coat over the barbed wire. Might still get some pricks, but you won't get tangled, which is what they are designed to do. A military cause, you never see them. Always in the movie and shows the military either does not exist or are idiots who get killed the night they bring in refugees. A bowl, tactical shovel and matches. The bowl helps you capture water and offers you a place to cook and eat. A tactical shovel can be a weapon and tool for hunting and grabbing stuff, while you can use matches for making fire. Not an item but place. A garage with lifts. Unless they get smart enough they can't bring down the lifts. You can lift a car and sleep in it for safety, and it's filled with heavy objects to throw and use as weapons. That's great until you're surrounded and cannot escape. It depends on how they hunt. Either sight or smell your duct, but hearing you could throw something to lure them away. Spears. Everyone imagines using a gun or a sword, but in reality spears are the best weapon to use. They're easy to make, relatively easy to use compared to other weapons, require less rare materials than other weapons, and most importantly can keep zombies at a distance and minimize your chances of being bitten. Also with some practice you can learn to throw a spear to hunt game. Spears may not be the most flashy weapons, but they are the most useful. I'd have to say seeds, or like any form of crops. Farming seems surprisingly difficult to do, and I do not see a lot of the movers really trying it when it comes to survival. Maybe I'm just an idiot too. IDK. My zombie apocalypse plan is to run to an allotment. Most people would run to supermarkets and closed-in buildings, but open allotments are basically starter packs for survival. Tools hidden in sheds can slice off heads. There are things that collect rainwater, food for days, and also open spaces make it easier to see incoming threat. Planting new seeds takes time, attention and care, but a 3-year-old productive allotment patch just needs some rotation, a bit of rebatching and way less maintenance. Edit. To add that most UK allotments have ridiculously strong fences and high boundaries to keep thieves out. It's well documented that zombies cannot climb. Chainmail. The types they use for sharks would be awesome. If a shark can't get through then a zombie has no chance. A Swiss Army knife. Or multi-tool. Everyone always goes for the shotgun or baseball bat approach. Or some of these fine people here mention great ideas like spices or a suit of armor. I'm telling you, as an engineer, there's gonna come a point in the apocalypse where you need a multi-tool. You just will. If the recent apocalypse has proven anything, it's toilet paper. Toilet paper is probably one of the largest products at a grocery store, volume-wise, yet very cheap. Shelf space means money, so they do not stock as much of a quantity as the smaller items. Therefore when a lot of people take one pack, it soon runs out. The people that come in after see no TP and think there's a shortage, and a domino effect of people wanting to buy TP takes place. You have made it until the end of this video. Now listen here, and listen here closely. Like and subscribe for more curated content by Mr. Reddit Man. Thanks for watching.